Hello and welcome to a very brief introduction into Google Classroom and using Google Apps for education. These are the tools that you will be using whilst you're at college to complete your work, to evidence your work, and most of all to evidence your understanding of the work. Our staff will be able to share materials with you, and you will be able to access those materials on various different devices, from a laptop to a Chromebook to a mobile phone. So if you bear with me, and I will make this as brief as possible. So Google as a search engine has 9 dots at the top right hand corner. Up here we have different apps, and we have docs, sheets, slides. So if you're wanting to create a Word document or a word process document, so Microsoft Word, you could use Docs. So this is Google Docs, and it is a word processing piece of software. Sheets is a spreadsheet, so if you're wanting to have tables of numbers or do graphs or record results from a scientific experiment, that's probably the place to go. And Slides is a presentation piece of software, so a little bit like Microsoft PowerPoint, very, very similar, and you can present materials that you've understood or you want to do to a larger audience. We have Google Meet, and Google Meet is also the way that we are going to interact with you over the internet. So we're going to do video conferencing and one-to-one chats, and we can do a conversation through Google Meet. So we can present our slides, we can present our screen to you, and you will be able to interact with us and put a text message on there asking questions. We also have Google Chat. Excuse me. Now, Google Chat is like a text messaging service, which is all under the login of your college self. So I would log into it using my college ID, and you would log into it using your college ID as well. Now, this means it is secure, and there is evidence of any chats that go on in there. That's really useful for quick bits of messages and quick pieces of understanding between you and a member of staff or you and another student. Now, all of these can be downloaded onto your phones. So Google Docs, Sheets, Slides, Meet for the video conferencing, and Google Chat. I would also recommend you download Google Drive, unless you've got an Android phone and it will already be there. Google Drive is your storage space, so this is where your work will be stored. It's where your photographs can be stored if you save them to your college account, and it's a really useful piece of information, or place to store your information, and it can be accessed again through a computer at home, at college, in Australia, wherever you've got the internet. And you can also access it on a mobile phone or a mobile device such as a tablet. The other app that you will need to download onto your phone is one called Classroom. So if I type Classroom into excuse me, Google, it will already come up as Classroom because I've got it saved as a favourite. Now, Google Classroom is a piece of software which will allow us as staff to give you information, be it an assignment, or it might be a video, or a room change, or please make sure that you bring certain equipment, and this is where we can interact with you and put information like that. We will also be putting assignments there. So the assignments will go onto Google Classroom. You will be able to access them at home, on the bus, in college, at the cinema, if you're allowed to go to the cinema, if you'd want to go to the cinema and then do college work, I don't know. Anyway, you can access them wherever you are. So if I click on our engineering level 3, you as a student would see one of these for your course. So if I click on there, and then as a student, again, you would see exactly as I see, with the exception of marks. So because I'm a member of staff, I would see the marks that are given to different members of the class. Your stream, we can put in there little pieces of information, interesting video clips, well, video clips that we think are interesting, that might be useful for your course. We can put things in there such as don't forget it's Easter next week, or other holidays, or bring certain equipment. We can then, and this one's the really important one, this one you'll be spending a lot of time on, we can then go to classwork. Now in classwork, we've got it set up in engineering so that you've got different units, and within these units you will see assignments, you will see material, you might see a quiz, you might see videos or resources that you can then access, and you can access them wherever you are, whatever time of day you want to access them, because we know not everybody has the same sleep pattern. Some people work, some people have jobs, some people are picking up younger brothers or sisters or whatever. So this is really simple way of being able to access your materials. So if I go to if I create an assignment, when we create an assignment in engineering, we will give you a template. So we will give you a document. So when we're creating an assignment for you, we can add from our Google Drive a template for you. So instead of you creating a document and having to add tables into it and maybe not being quite sure what content we have in there, what we're going to do is we're going to add templates for your assignments. So I now need to find the assignment folder, which is there, and then I can go to 2019, 2020. These will be different for 2020 and 2021. And then if I go to health and safety, and then I pick an assignment, and then what I can do here is I can make a copy for each student. Now by doing this, every single one of you in your class will get a separate assignment. So you'll all get a separate assignment, and it will be your document, and you will take ownership of that document, and you will complete your work in that document. So I'm just going to put up here tests, and then I'm going to say we've got a due date. So when is the assignment due? And this will come up onto your Google Calendar, your college Google Calendar. So I can put in that I want it next week at midnight, and then I can say assign, and that would go out to all of you. So when you have your Google Classroom on your phones, you can have your notifications turned on, and the notifications will come up and it will ping up and it will say you've got an assignment. If I click assign there, and then if I go back to the stream on Google Classroom, just sing amongst yourselves, or if I go back to the stream there in Google Classroom, it comes up, Nicholas Hart posted a new assignment. So you will see that assignment pop up. You can then go to your drive, or you can click on that assignment, and it will come up in with this view for you. You will see the assignment there, and it will have your name at the start of the assignment. If you click on that, it will open it and take you to Google Docs if you're on a laptop or on a computer. If you're on a phone, if you're wanting to complete it on a phone, my advice would be to go to Drive, up here, go to Drive and find the assignment that way, because then it will open up Google Docs automatically on your phone, and so you can type into it, you can talk into it. If I open up a new tab and I go to a Google document, I can then go to a completely blank document, and with a blank document I can insert photographs, I can insert obviously text, because that's how we often record our understanding. So if I've got a blank document here, I just let it load up. And then I can start typing into here. Welcome to, oops, need a capital N. Come on. Come on, there we go. Welcome to the Sheffield College. There we go. And you might notice up here, it's already saving. It's automatically saving. So you don't have to worry about a memory stick. You don't have to worry about a portable hard drive. It will save and it will be accessible wherever you are in the world, as long as you've got internet access. So I can then, if I want to rename it, I can click up here and it will automatically pull the first line of the document into there and name it as that. I can then press enter a couple of times and I can insert images here. So I can insert an image, and I can insert an image from Drive, photos from a URL, so I can go onto the internet. I can pick the camera, so I can take a pretty picture of myself. Obviously have to have some work done, but anyway. I can also, and this is really useful for me when I'm creating a longer document, I can use voice typing. So if I click on voice typing, I get a microphone and I click, and then when the microphone has gone red, I can speak, and then whilst I am speaking, it is recording what I'm saying and it will type it into the document. It got most of it. It's not perfect, but it got most of it. Now, believe it or not, I can do the same on my phone. So if I wake my phone up and just go backwards and go on to Drive on my phone, and then I can find the Welcome to the Sheffield College document, and then I can tap into the document and you can see I've just popped up on the screen. And then again I can edit this document using my phone. So if I tap there, talking into my phone allows me to type onto the same document, and then it allows me to put it into the same document. I can also take a photograph using my phone, so I can insert an image from camera, and I'll tell you what, and then click OK, and that'll insert an image into that document, and it just takes a little bit of time to refresh. There you go. So we've got an amazing amount of technology in our pockets with our mobile phones, with our mobile devices, and we can record our understanding and share it with our teachers, with our lecturers, and with each other. So lots and lots of things to learn on Google. So just a little recap. For apps that you should download onto your phone, I would recommend Drive if you haven't already got it, Docs, Sheets, Slides, Meet, and Google Chat. And there are loads of pieces of information on the internet about stuff, and you also need Classroom, because Google Classroom is where you're going to get your information about your course. It's going to be where you get your assignments. It's where you're going to hand your assignments in as well. So I'm hoping that's been useful for you. And if you've got any questions, please feel free to ask your staff, to ask your tutor mentors, and just ask other people. Everybody at college will be able to help you. Thank you.